Hey, hello, everybody. Welcome to the wonderful house of technology that doesn't want to work. Ah, what a day. So you can't see me. We just could not get that camera to connect. We don't know why. Just, we have those moments, right? Well, I'll tell you what, because we got started a little late, as in about 13 minutes due to those tech issues, I'm going to go ahead and jump in. And I asked Brenda and Christina this just a second ago, but will somebody let me know? Can you see all this correctly? What I'm seeing on my screen is everything is mirror imaged. Michelle says, yay, I know. I'm so happy that we at least got this going. It was so strange. I had a black screen. No matter what I did, the screen was absolutely black. So anyway, it was weird. But anyway, let's see. Will you guys just let me know if you're seeing these correctly? Yes, showing perfect. Great. Why it's totally backwards on my end? I guess we're not going to worry about it right now. I have until next Thursday to figure it out, right? Okay, guys. So thank you for your patience. Let's talk about today's expanding gatefold cards. You guys are really going to like these. I've got two of them to share with you. And what I really liked about these, when I say expanding, I mean expanding. Ready? Ooh, it expands out to 15 inches. And it's a great one to display. Whoops. It's a great one to display. It stands up. Lots going on here. So for our first card, we're going to create our own designer series paper. And for the second card, we're going to use designer series paper. So you guys feel free to do what it is you want to do. Now, I do have your free download that goes along with the video. So you are going to have your photos, your measurements, your supplies. You've got a QR code. Trust me when I say you will have to, well, I shouldn't say have to. You will probably want to come back and watch this video because there's some things, either you jot some notes down, but you might need to come back and watch the video. Click or scan either way. There is a diagram that goes along with our video today. And of course, a supply list. So if you want to order any of the supplies I'm using, you can either click this graphic or follow that link. That'll take you right to my online store. And if you're in the United States, guys, I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, take care of all your stamping needs. Thank you so much, guys. That's what keeps me in business, are your orders. So thank you for that. All right, I'm going to set these off to the side. I don't want my diagram to get too far, though.
Hey, Connie.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a cute little giggle just to kind of help.
Okay. I need it after that craziness.
Okay. Card Crazed says, to err is human. To really screw up, use a computer.
Oh my gosh. So accurate today. So incredibly accurate today. Thank you. Yes, we needed that. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to get started here. I've got a piece of 8.5 by 11 melon mambo, and that's what our diagram is going to take care of. Okay. I'm going to grab a paper trimmer. Wow. I put makeup on for nothing today. Jeez. Oh, well. Okay. Paper trimmer. The first thing we want to do is we want to cut our cardstock down to 5 1/4 by 10 3/4. So 5 1/4. Hold on to this. We're going to use that in a second. By 10 3/4. So that means we need to cut 1/4 of an inch off. Friends, this is the part that it's so easy to forget. And then you're going to wonder why your cardstock won't go together, right? Or why your card won't go together. Make sure you cut off that little bit. Okay, I'm going to move my cutting blade out of the way, and we're going to do some scoring on this piece. We're going to score at 1 7/8 of an inch, okay? And then 3 5/8 of an inch. Now, we need to come down. We need to score at 7/8 and 8 7/8. But you know what? You know what else you can do? You can just turn it around because it's a gatefold. So it's going to be the same on both sides. So 1 7/8 and 3 5/8. I know we hate the 8s. Don't hate the 8s. They do great things, especially on this card. Okay, so we have that. Let's look at what we're going to do with what's left over. So we're going to cut this down. We've got, what have we got? We've got 3 1/4 inches left over. we're going to cut this at 1 3/4 of an inch. Okay, 1 3/4. That's going to leave us 1.5 inches. So let's look at this 1 3/4. We want to cut this down to 5 1/4. And you know, this card it's kind of its own little one sheet wonder, at least for kind of the base that we've got going on here. All right, 5 1/4 by 1 3/4. That takes care of these pieces. Now, this right here, what we have left over, because you know I use everything, and we're going to set this at 3/4 of an inch. So we're cutting it in half at 3/4 of an inch. Okay, 2 equal pieces. And then we're going to cut these down to 5 1/4 just to kind of move things along. I'm just going to layer those together. 5 1/4 and 5 1/4. Come on. All right. Look, we had so little scrap. Look at that. That is our scrap. Eek! I don't even have a plan for that. There's nothing I can do with that. Okay, guys, let's go ahead. I'm going to move my paper trimmer. I'm going to come back to it. But we are done with our diagram, and now it's time to do some stamping. So I'm going to bring in a piece of basic white. I've got 2 pieces, actually. Let me find my other piece. Oh, I got cardstock everywhere on my table. Okay. Well, let me let you know, you've got several pieces of basic white on your what is this thing? This download. Oh, you guys, I hate it when I get issues with with technology. It drives me nuts. Okay, this I better bring in a ruler so I make sure I know what pieces are what. This is a 3 1/4. This is for the center panel of my card. Okay, I'm going to set that one off to the side because I'm not ready for that one. You're going to have 2 pieces that, oh, you know what? This is a good time for me to tell you about this. You've got 2 pieces, and this is really odd, you guys. It is 5 1/4, or is it 5 1/4? 5 1/2, forgive me. 5 1/2 by 4 1/16. I got to stop and tell you this because it's so important that we get that little smidge more. Where is that measurement? I'm going to show you. So you're going to cut. So there's 4 inches. Let me zoom in because I want you to be able to see it. Okay, there's 4 inches, and there is 4 1/16. Okay, it's like this little, the first little line. So in between 4 1/8 is a line. That is the 16th. So we need this 4 1/16. But you will notice when I fold it, because I scored it at 2 inches. Oh, I guess I can zoom back out now. It's just going to leave this little smidge. We need that smidge. All right. So you're going to have those 2 pieces. Let's see. So that's that's another scored piece. Let's see. This is for this. You guys, I promise I'm usually not this scattered. That whole mess that threw me for a loop today. This is a 2 inch by 4 1/2. That is for our tag for the front. So I'm going to set that off to the side. This is that last piece I needed. We needed to do a little more. What have I got? A 3. Maybe I don't. So what is this piece? Oh, you guys. Oh my goodness. I'm looking at the wrong. Oh, heavens. I need more coffee today. I'm looking at I was looking at the other card and I'm like, this isn't working. Let's try one more time, friends. Okay. 3 by 5 1/4. Goodness. Oh, now I wish I could just start all over. But anyway, so these are the 2 pieces, and that should be 5 1/4. And it does not look like it's 5 1/4. It is. Why is this 5 inches? Because it's supposed to be. All right, good. See, it's all good. It's all good, friends. Okay, everybody with me? Brenda's, she's got to be over there just laughing because she's trying to put those banners up and I'm all over the place. All right. I'm going to bring in some grid paper here because I'm going to be doing a lot of stamping off. And our stamp set today is called With You in Mind. Fabulous set. Look at it. Huge greetings. Huge. And we've got 4 greetings and we've got 5 different images. We're going to be using a lot of these. So this card is going to be a birthday card. And it's interesting because this card, it does have this cute little cupcake, but I'm really going to focus on the flower, the leaves, and the hearts. Okay, those are the ones I'm focusing on. And we're going to start here. We're going to be stamping randomly all over these. I'm going to start with a Petunia Pop ink pad, and we're going to stamp some flowers. Now, we're going to be stamping 2 colors. Let me bring this in so you can see. So we're going to be stamping some in Petunia Pop and some in Peach Pie. So keep that in mind as you're stamping. I'm going to grab my little flower here. And like I said, everything is going to be super random, okay? We can always come in and add more. I have been on a kick of creating my own designer series paper lately. Don't know what's going on. I love, okay, I was trying to figure out, what is this little dot? It's my fingernail. Somebody send me a Starbucks card. I need caffeine. Okay, here we go. We will add some Petunia Pop. I'm going to do the same thing here. This is just an extra piece that we're going to need. All right. And I don't want to get too close because, like I said, I know I'm going to be adding some other colors. All right. Let me move my Petunia Pop. We're going to now bring in Peach Pie, but I do want to clean that stamp and clean the ink off my fingernail. That was just fun. All right. Okay, Peach Pie, where are you? Here we go. Now let's do some more. Just tell me there in the comments, if you guys, do you like to make your own designer series paper? I mean, I love designer series paper, but do you enjoy creating your own? I really do. It's relaxing. It's fun. There's no right or wrong to it. And let me see if I can read some comments. Michelle says, your kick has rubbed off and I've been making mine too. Easter cards with your pencil eraser. Guess what I'm using today, Michelle? My pencil eraser is coming back. Yep, we're going to be using it on this card. All right. Aren't those colors so pretty? I'm so ready for spring. We had a major ice storm last week, and then it hit 70 degrees. You just never know what you're going to get around here. Okay, we're done with some Peach Pie. Let's bring in some Melon Mambo and the little heart stamp. Again, these are just fun colors, but I want you guys to use your favorite colors. I want you to be very random with this, okay? You know what? I say that, but all this cardstock, as long as we hold, if we keep our cardstock in the right direction, I guess I don't really have to go upside down. So if we keep it this way in the landscape mode, we should be fine if you want to keep all your hearts going the right way. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I absolutely love creating my own designer series paper. It's just really fun for me. And sounds like Michelle really likes it too. So that's great. And Michelle just joined my team of stampers. It's celebration right now, and it's a great time to consider joining. I'm so thrilled she's a part. She's a part of the fun and part of that little Stampin' Up family. So, all right, I think I'm going to stop there. Yeah, I got this one done. So now let's bring in some shaded spruce. And this is going to give it an amazing, amazing pop of color. So I'm going to come in with that leaf stamp. And this one can definitely be very random. Isn't that so pretty? Oh, love shaded spruce. And you notice I'm not necessarily connecting it to a flower. Here, I'm gonna cover up my fingernail ink art that I had there. Let's see. This is always the fun part, is where to fill in. And you know what? If it covers up a flower or something, that's fine. Don't stress. But we just like to fill in. I don't like a lot of white space. I really like to fill mine in as much as I can. And we're going to be using all of this. So we do want to try to get all the edges. That's why I said I needed that grid paper underneath me because, yeah, that's lovely, right? All right. Let's get a little here. Yeah, this is just the great time to fill in. All right. I think I'm good with that. Let's get this last little piece. And we will fill in once again. All right, let's see. Lucy, I love it when the stamps go off the edges. Filling in the edge is so pretty, right? I totally agree. I don't want my cardstock to look like it has an edge. We want to have that really random feel. And so, yeah, stamping off on the grid paper, I think just makes it look so pretty. All right, we are good with that. Now, I promised Michelle I was going to bring in my favorite stamp. And that is my pencil eraser. I love to use pencil erasers. Now, I'm going to bring in my Memento Black. And when I say pencil eraser, I mean a brand new, fresh pencil eraser. Now, I've been using this one for years, but you don't want a pencil eraser that's been used. I'm going to ink that stamp because this is now a stamp for me. And I'm going to add some centers here to my flowers. Again, I just wanted to kind of give it that nice burst of black. I that's another one that I love to add. And by the way, like that one didn't work, you can just go over it again. And this is another one. It's one of my favorite stamps, and you know, it doesn't really cost you much. I don't know, what is a pencil these days? How many of you remember going to the book fair when you were a kid and you got, you know, brand new pencils and all kinds of cool stuff at the book fair? Christine and I were talking about that just the other day, how much we loved
I miss the book fair every day. Nothing hits like the Scholastic Book Fair.
Christina loves to read too. So her idea of the book fair is the Friends of the Library.
Yeah, I go to the Friends of the Library book sale almost every year. I had to miss this year. But, you know, there's no fun posters or erasers that smell like cotton candy.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Just
that
books.
Was yeah, good times, good times. All right, friends, I am just about done here. And then I'm going to show you how you're going to cut this apart. Well, this one, come on, you. I'm just not pressing. There we go. Maybe it's time for a new eraser. This one I may have worn it out. But like I said, I've been using this one for years. So it's probably just time for Connie to get a new eraser. I mean, come on. It's not like it cost a lot. Okay. Hey, we got it. We got it. Okay. So I'm going to get this out of the way. I have everything stamped. So now I'm going to show you. Let me move this out of my way before I wear it. All right, let's bring our paper trimmer back in because we're going to cut these apart. So let's start with this one here. This was the 3 by 5 1/4, and we're going to cut it down to 1.5 inches. So we'll have 2 equal pieces, 1.5 inches. Okay, come here. Set those off to the side. Now this one, it's really easy. We're going to cut these into 1.5 pieces, 1.5 inch pieces, and we're going to end up with 6 of them. So it's not, you don't even need a diagram for this. We're just cutting into 1.5 inch by 5 inch pieces. Okay. Now something else I want to tell you, when you get these cut, and because we got started late, I might not have time to do it because we're already running over due to those great tech issues. If you see anything like this one, I feel like it's lacking. It probably needs a little something. If you have any that need a little extra love, this is the time you can come in and stamp a little bit more. All right. So I could come in and fill in maybe with, you know, a little shaded spruce there, and, you know, just feel free to come in and add anything. Okay. I've got my 2 pieces that are 5 1/4, and I want to keep those separate because these are my 5-inch. Okay. Let's bring in that card base that we cut, and we're going to gate fold. So we're going to fold in and out. All right. Fold in and out.
Hey, Connie.
There. Yeah.
Everybody says that they are perfectly fine if you run over a little bit.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have to because, yeah, it was just a craziness today. Okay. Remember, we have 6 pieces here. We're going to start with 4 of them. So I'm going to set a couple off to the side. And we're going to add these on these 4 panels. So I'll tell you what, while I do this, I am really going to attempt to read your comments and adhere at the same time. Lucy says, yep, no rush. Thank you, Lucy. I appreciate that. Come on, adhesive. Look at that. I've just got ink all over me today, friends. Oh, well, is it really a crafting session if you don't have ink all over you? Probably not. Now, remember, we did stamp these in a pattern. So go ahead and try to make sure when you're adding these that you're getting that pattern going the right way. And Rochelle says she's got no appointments today. All right, good deal, Michelle. Well, let's just stamp our day away. And I know you guys were talking earlier as we were trying to get cameras to work about how long you've been stamping. Brent, do you remember who out there had the longest time they have been stamping? I'm curious.
You know, the one that caught my eye was like 21 years.
Wow. That's close to about what I've got.
Yeah, I would have to scroll up further, but I would say that was the one that jumped out at me.
That's awesome.
I started stamping, not as a demonstrator, but as a stamper with Stampin' Up! The first year they were in business.
Wow.
Oh, they said another lady said 28 years.
28. That's awesome. And it's crazy just how long rubber stamping has been around. But at the same time, let's talk about how much it's changed. Oh my goodness. It's changed a lot. Okay, I'm looking for, there we go. It's time to expand our card. Now, let me tell you right now, you could stop right here. We'll add our stuff. I mean, it's a cute card. It's just a basic gatefold right now, but we're going to expand it out with these pieces. So remember you had the smidge. Okay. So I want the one that's longer to be on the outside. So I'm going to adhere. So this is the 4. I'm sorry. Let me try that. This would be the 2 1/16. This is the 2 inches. That's the part that's really, really important. So we're going to adhere this panel, this Melon Mambo panel, to the 2-inch section. Okay. So let's add adhesive here. And we're just going to tuck it right there into that fold. Oh, no, we're not. Forgive me. We're not going to tuck. We're going to tuck this into the Melon Mambo fold. All right. Just so you will have that nice border. Okay. See my white border all the way around? That's what it should look like. And I'm going to go ahead and do these. Remember the extra Melon Mambo that we cut? We're going to add a panel. All right. We're going to add this here. See how it just extends it out? And then we will take our additional 2 pieces that we have. So this one will go right here. Can you see where we're going? Okay, so I've got that one done. Let's do this other side. Remember, I want the 2-inch section to adhere onto the panel. So this is good. We get to do it twice. And we will tuck the cardstock into the white cardstock. We'll tuck into the Melon Mambo so that we get a border on all sides. Lori says, is that going to be a thick card? Will it require extra postage? It probably will because of the weight. Because yeah, I mean, right now we've got a full sheet of 8.5 by 11 on here, right? And then we have our additional pieces of, well, really almost a full sheet of basic white as well. So, yep, this one might require a 2-ounce stamp. Okay. Doop. All right, shall we go ahead and decorate the front since we're here? And then we'll do our stamping on the inside. So remember those little 3/4 inch pieces? This is called Connie doesn't like to waste anything. And so I designed this card so that there would be 0 waste. And this is how I used, whoops, come here. This little, remember we had like a 1.5 inch piece left over. So I'm going to fold my card here and I'm going to add one of these here. We're stretching our cardstock. Yes, I would have loved it if I had been able to do this with all one piece, but I wasn't. We're going to add this one here. Don't worry, we're going to hide that. Oh, and you know what? Something is happening here, and I'm glad it did because it reminded me. So do you see I'm getting a little squish right here? If this happens, and I don't have it over here, I usually do. If you'll take a nail file and just kind of run it along that cardstock, because it's a smidge, just a smidge. So if that happens, you can just kind of shim off just a little bit. Okay, let me make sure my card's going the right way. And we're going to add our remaining 2 pieces. Okay. And with all of this, now that I'm doing it, I almost wish I had shown you the designer series paper one first. But you guys, I just love making my own paper. So this is going to line up right on. See, you can't even see that. Like I said, we just stretched it out. That's all we did. All right. Boom. All right, let's do some stamping on the inside. And I am looking for, this is a 3, let's see, what have I got? A 3 1/4 by 5. All right, so this is the last bit of stamping. And I'm going to bring in Melon Mambo. And we're going to make this one a thinking of you card. Oh, you guys, this stamp set with you in mind. It is fantastic. I love these great big sentiments. We're going to say, thinking of you. And just for fun, I'm going to bring that grid paper back in. And let's stamp a couple of flowers down here at the bottom. So I'll do one in peach pie. I'm going to clean this really quick so I can do one in petunia pop. And we'll do that same technique there with the pencil eraser. And I'm going to grab some shaded spruce, which has disappeared. There we go. I know you guys probably have a stamping desk that looks like mine, and it's just stuff everywhere. But that's creativity at work, right? All right. Let's add a little shaded spruce. Okay. Let's see if my pencil eraser is going to like me. And we'll get the last of this. Oh, you know what? I don't want these to go too far. We still have to add a tag. So we're going to create a tag. Let's see. Rochelle says she's been stamping for 5 years. That's awesome. It's just such a relaxing craft. I love it. And you know what else I love? First of all, I love instant gratification. I love that I can, sit down and in 5 minutes make a card or in 30 minutes make a card, depending on my mood. I also love that if I mess up, it's just paper. I think of an artist on a canvas. I'd be like, if I messed up, I'd just be devastated. Okay, what do you guys think? Whoops, let me get it in the camera. There we go. Woo! Okay, we are now going to create a quick tag. So, you know what? I'll tell you what. I'm going to do this. I'm going to show you guys the tag. So this was my 4.5 by 2 inches. I stamped thinking of you, and you see I just randomly stamped some flowers. And then what I did with this, I'm looking for scissors. There we go. Let me show you how I made my tag. And really, this is probably a good idea to do this before you stamp anyway. Cut just a little, I've got about 1/2 inch right there in the center. And then cut from the inside up to this point, and from each end. And there we got a nice little tag. And when you're done and you've stamped everything, we're going to bring in a hole punch, and you will give it a little hole punch here in the corner. Okay. And then this is my little trick. I'm going to splice that. Okay. So let me show you how we're going to close this up. I've got 24 inches of some shaded spruce ribbon. And I want you to have a lot, because this is how the recipient is going to open and close this card. And so this is not where you want to like try to skimp on ribbon, because you don't want them to be struggling to have enough ribbon there. Okay. Now here's another little tip for you. If you want to adhere the ribbon down in the back, and let me show you what I mean. I think this one, I've adhered this ribbon down in the back. I laid tear and tape underneath it. So this card, it's adhered down. So when they open it, the ribbon stays attached. Okay. So you can do that. Or if you want the ribbon to be able to come off completely, you can do that. Here's the other benefit, is I can actually slide it off if that's what I want to do. We're going to take our completed tag. There's our little splice, and it's just going to slide right on there. That is all there is to it. Fun card. Let me tell you, if you ever needed a card, maybe you need a lot of people to sign, skip doing all this stamping and just have this be white, and you have all kinds of places for people to sign a card. So that's another benefit to this expanding card. And yeah, it's just huge. It's just absolutely huge. All right, let me show you. And I just took it apart, but let me show you. This is my designer series paper version. And this paper, guys, we only have 2 days left. It's Bloom Impressions, and it's from Celebration. So you get this package of designer series paper free with a $60 purchase. And so you can see I created the card. It's also in Melon Mambo. I just kind of kept my theme going there. And I cut my designer series paper instead of creating stamped paper. So yeah, you can easily do that. Here's my little tag. I just took a little, there's going to be some little pieces left over after you cut your designer series paper. Pick a flower and just fussy cut that out. This one, I just stamped happy birthday and petunia pop. Easy peasy. We will tie this one up. Again, remember this one, I said I attached it with tear and tape, but it's optional. It's like, okay, so now let's ask, what do you guys prefer? Do you like to have the ribbon come off completely? Do you like to have it attached? I think we're all a little bit different on that one. Well, Pam says she loves the card. Thank you, Pam. You can see there's my little notch that I cut. And we'll just tuck. There we go. You could, of course, skip the splicing and just run it through the ribbon, but I don't know. I've always done that little splice on ribbon. I've always liked that. So there is our designer series paper version of the card. So there we go. Tell me your favorite. I love to hear your opinion. Guys, I'm so sad I cannot see you and connect with you. I don't know what happened to my front-facing camera today. It didn't like me, but just a quick reminder, you can go to simplysimplestamping.com. You can look down in the YouTube description. Either way, you can find the Expanding Gatefold card free download, and that will have your diagram. Whoops, that's not a diagram. Your diagram. Of course, here's where you can order your supplies, and you're going to have all your measurements. And so if you needed to come back, and the reason I said you might need to come back is remembering which direction, which one goes on top. So your 2 inches on that white, 2 inches on top. The 1 and I don't know, what is that? Yeah, it's that. Or it's the 2. See, I did it again. No, it's the 2 and 1/16 are on top, and the 2 inches is underneath. Friends, this is what happens when technology messes with your brain. It's really hard to go live when technology says, yeah, no, we're not going to let you do that today. Okay, let's get these ink pads closed up before I end up wearing it. I hope you guys enjoyed the card. Thanks for sticking with our tech issues and hanging on until we were able to go live. I love and appreciate you guys so much. Be sure to come back next week. I can't show it to you, but I have the most incredible gift project for you next week for Mother's Day. So be sure to come back. We will be back with a new live then. And of course, Tuesdays, I've got great cards and things to share with you. Be sure to subscribe. Subscribe to YouTube so they can let you know. Give me a little thumbs up. Thumbs up. And let me know you like the card, because YouTube likes it, and so do I. I love knowing what you guys like to see. I'm seeing lots of have a great week, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Trisha. Thank you for being here. Elaine and Deborah, thank you guys. Carol, or I'm sorry, that's Card Crazed. She says, have a great week, everybody. Shirley, thank you guys. I truly, truly appreciate you. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.